Well, hopefully that's the one that worked. It helps when you push the go live button. So, hello everybody. This is Chris the Disney Baker, and welcome. Oh, welcome. We're gonna mix it up tonight. Mix it up. Yeah, I was thinking about how am I gonna title this? You know what? I said we're gonna title this "Mix It Up." It goes with mixing and baking, um, and all sorts of stuff. We're gonna mix it up. We got a bunch of stuff going on and coming up. Oh my gosh, I'm traveling. I'll be traveling to Baltimore, and you know what? I should have this a little bit higher. Um, be traveling to Baltimore, and we're gonna hang out with Pete and a bunch of our friends. Our YouTube, there we go. Our YouTube friends, and we're gonna have a fantastic time. I'm gonna bake in Pete's kitchen, and we've got the insurance papers all filled out in case there may be a flare up or two, or maybe something gets broken, like a spatula or something. I don't know. But anywho, we're gonna have fun doing that. We're gonna just get together with a whole bunch of a whole bunch of our friends from YouTube, and just do cool stuff and just do a hangout. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It's a meetup. It's gonna be in Baltimore, and I'll be doing that. I get to pack up that tomorrow. We're going to be doing some behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to be helping Pete with some behind the scenes stuff with that. So I'll be packing up a bunch of stuff tomorrow, and then we're on the road Tuesday morning. So we're looking forward to that. Spent some time out at the parks today with my son and his friend and my wife, and we were at Magic Kingdom. And I'll tell you, if you saw my Instagram, holy smokes, you know, I'm going to jump in the comments too, but I'll tell you what, the park, where were the people? I mean, there were people there, don't get me wrong, but we weren't shoulder to shoulder. We weren't fingertip to fingertip. We were just scattered out throughout the park, and it was nice. It got toasty. Sure did get toasty. And I'm just trying to maneuver my phone here for a second. It doesn't want to play well. So I've got it up. I've got my phone here. We're going to do some close up on some pins that I traded for today, and that's going to be a bunch of fun. But I just want to get my phone hooked up. But going back to the parks, yeah, it was kind of I don't know. I'm not gonna say it was spooky, because it wasn't spooky. I mean, it was just different not seeing a whole bunch of people everywhere. The parades. I mean, if you were on Main Street for the parades, you had a perfect spot because there wasn't anybody in your way. Nobody. So anyway, that was on one of my Instagrams. We're connecting this here. Ba, 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 da, da, da. All right, we are good there. We are good there. All right. Connected. All right, so we're going to push the magic button here. There we go. So it's amazing how gimbals work, and they do their own thing. So now what I do is I'm going to go into a program that I use, and we were talking about programs, and we were talking about stuff the other day. I use a program called iRuin. IRIUN. Let's go. There we are. All right, fantastic. And then all I do is then just I know I'm going to show a pin, and then I'll just put it on my phone, and we'll have it on here. So there we go. Down. There we go. And we're going to turn this around so we can get some light on it. And then the cool thing about that is I'm going to jump in here and add. I need to jump back out here, but really quick, I need to jump in here. Get this. Get that. Get that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Jump there. Now, I had a situation with this the other day, and I'm pretty sure that I solved it. So if you hear a little bit of feedback at the beginning, don't freak out on me. I'm gonna fix it. There we go. There we go. And there's the camera. And this is gonna be doing. Here it is. Yay! It worked. It worked. It worked. And I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. You can't see her. You can't hear her. But I have a executive producer who's helping me with my information, technical wise and background wise, and everything in between. And Katie's going to be Katie Y is helping me. So everybody say hi to Katie Y, and she's in the back doing amazing. And she's putting stuff together for me to make my channel, I guess, more welcoming, if you will. She's doing a great job of that, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Katie. You are amazing. And I'm going to jump back out of here now. And I think Katie, I didn't bring that in. Let me bring that in. And bring that in, and this is going to be Pink Pam. And we're going to mute Pink Pam. We may not have to mute Pink Pam. Let's see what happens. Do. There, we don't have to mute it. And there it is. Add to stream. And there's my Pink Pam. Hi, everybody. Pink Pam. And then we can zoom in. And then when I do things like I have this really cool little board that I built here, and I like to show my pins on it. So I got this pin, and I like it. It's really cool. It's Chippendale. And then I can do that and show everybody the pin. There we go. And this is a it's a ticket called a ticket pin. This is Chippendale. And the cool thing about this pin, and we're just talking about real quick, it's got the castle in the background. I have a bunch of pins like these that don't have the castle in the background. And it doesn't say 1971. So I can see the 1971. Do I need to reverse the camera on that? Let me know. Hello. All right, so let's go back over here. Zing. All right, so let's say hi to everyone in chat. Sorry for my laxed part in that. And we'll just set Chippendale right there. And we can go zoom in a little bit better. There we go. There. Yeehaw. There we go. Okay. So everybody in chat, Zippity Doo Doug, hello. Kenneth H, what's going on? Hello. Thanks for being here. Birdwell 2427. And producer Preston, 5 more days. 5 more days. I don't have a starfish that says that, Preston. Katie Wilbury, what's going on? Let's keep going. Let's keep Mary Carol. Hello. And Debbie, what's going on, Debbie? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And hello. And Monorail Molly, hello. And let's see. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. That's cool. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being T. Marie's Place. Hello, Tina. And all right, so let's go. We're going to keep going. Hey, Movie Mania Nick, what's going on? Like your honesty about that Haunted Mansion movie. Good job. Hey, hello, Walt Mouse Talk. What's going on? Sorry I missed you today, buddy. Hope Melissa's feeling better. Yeah, it was warm at the parks. So anyway, back to basics. Let's talk baking for a bit. We're just going to bounce out of this cam, and we're just going to go to me. Baking. We can talk in chat, and people. I'm assuming people, go out and buy muffin mixes, and you buy your Duncan Hines cake mixes and your brownie mixes, and there's a lot of cool things that you can learn, and I can show you, and we could Like take a brownie mix, for example. Some people like their brownies chewy. Some people like their brownies fluffy. Okay. Let's take a recipe, for instance, a brownie recipe. It's a box recipe just by Duncan Hines, and it says, say it says 3 eggs. Okay. And add water and maybe some oil. You want it chewy? Take away an egg. Okay. Put that egg in some type, crack one of the eggs that you're going to use, to 2 out of 3 or to 1 out of 2. Crack that egg and say put it in I don't know, a small glass. Okay. You were going to use it, but now you're not. So, but you crack that one single egg, you put it in that glass. Okay. If you have another glass that's just like it, take corn syrup. Okay. Take corn syrup. 2/3 the amount of what that egg height came up. Add corn syrup. You go, oh, corn syrup's hard to deal with. Corn syrup is hard to deal with, but I'm going to tell you a trick. So you get yourself some hot water in a pot. It can be boiling. That's fine, because you're going to have this glass cup or plastic cup, and you're gonna measure your 2/3 amount of corn syrup for your brownies to where you were going to add 2 eggs. Now you're going to add 1 egg. Okay, but you're going to add the corn syrup. Okay, so after you add that corn syrup, you get it in that glass or that plastic cup or your Pyrex or whatever. Now take it and sit it in that hot water, right? And just forget about it for about a minute or 2. All right, get your little rubber spatula. Okay, when you're ready to add that corn syrup into your mix with the eggs at that stage, because what eggs do makes things fluffy, corn syrup makes things chewy and gooey. So you can try that. Those are things that I like. Just some people just go, I didn't know that. Some people go, yeah, I knew that. But and again, just the opposite. If it calls for 2 eggs or 1 egg, okay, and it calls for, say, 8 ounces of water, you can do the same thing with your egg. Find out where your egg registers on your, if you got a third of a cup measure or a quarter of a cup measure or whatever, you can figure that out and crack your 1 egg, put it in there, and take that much water out, okay, of what that 1 egg would hold. And whatever that water is, put the rest of the water the recipe calls for in, but take the recipe, the amount that 1 egg is, and take that out, and then add another egg, and it'll make them more fluffier. Because egg yolks and egg whites make things fluffy. When I made, some people out there know that I'm going to be making school breaded Pete's that you can get in Norway at Epcot. And I made a batch the other night, and they turned out really good. Some of them got a little darker on the bottom than I would have liked, but that's just me, and that's just my oven. And again, baking at home, you're going to have those situations. But what I would suggest is it's called doubling your pan. If you want to take some heat off the bottom, say you're making something or baking something, take biscuits, Pillsbury biscuits. You unroll it, pop it, boom, they pop out. You put the little biscuit pucks on, and you put them in. You go, why do my biscuits always burn? Okay, well, hopefully your shelf isn't always close to the bottom. Okay, you're doing biscuits in the middle or one higher than the middle. If your pan's still burning, it's not burning, it's just attracting too much heat, which means your metals in that cookie pan that maybe Aunt Clara gave you or Grandma Tilly gave you, and they've had them since 1947. There's some old metals, because you got to understand they were cooking with coal stoves back then and wood stoves back then, right? They're going to generate a lot more heat. The newer pans have Teflon coatings on them, and they bake a lot different. So don't be afraid to lower your temperature sometimes too. If that's the only pan you have, and it's a well-seasoned pan, usually bakes pretty good, just adjust your temperature by about 10 degrees. Like say your biscuits bake for 14 minutes, 15 minutes at 375 degrees. Well, bring it down to 365 degrees the next time you make them. See if that makes a difference. Bake them for the same amount of time. I like to turn whenever I'm baking, even if it's just 2 8-inch layer cakes, I'll let them get halfway through the bake, and I'll slowly go in and just turn them around. I don't have a convection oven. I just have a regular oven. Convection ovens, if you have a convection oven, a Whirlpool convection oven, don't worry about that, because that air is it's moving around while you're baking. And again, don't rely on your memory sometimes. Just take maybe a little piece of that cardboard from that Pillsbury roll, a Pillsbury biscuit roll. They got some good ones. And just write on the back of it, change temperature 365, added 1 extra minute, and then put that in your file card for where you keep your recipes, or up on your shelf, in one of your cabinets. I don't know where you keep your recipes. I've got a couple file cards. That's something else. When I was making the schoolboy bread, I literally I did record myself doing all of it because I want to edit some of that, and hopefully I'll have some time to edit some of that when I get to Baltimore, and we're going to use some of that in the bake because some processes of baking, you all have made bread before, I mixed the bread by hand. I didn't use a mixer. I used these guys. I'm a baker. I'm a scratch baker. I used my hands. Okay. It took a little bit longer, but I got a nice dough development, and I'll show you how we did that. We're still going to bake the dough. Some of the items that we need for that recipe, I can make, a day ahead of time. It's not a problem. We're not doing this, I believe, until Saturday. So I have a day or two that I've got a couple other places, couple other houses, some friends of mine. I got family in Annapolis. I could just jump in their kitchen, mess up their kitchen for an hour or two to make up some of the side things that we're in need that we really won't have time to make when we're preparing to make school bread at Pete's. You see those commercials, set it and forget it. Well, or these people are baking these 2-course meals, and the next thing you know, they pull a tray up and this is what it's going to look like. Yeah, because they did it all ahead of time. So peaceful, easy feeling. Welcome aboard. Hey, Julie, what's going on? So that's the kind of stuff, if you guys have any questions, do me a favor, throw them in chat. And Nick says he loves schoolboy bread. So, and again, if you don't know what schoolboy bread is, you can Google it, Google Norway, Epcot, or Epcot, Norway, schoolboy bread. They'll show you what it looks like. It is a very dense dough. It has some unique characteristics to it when I was making it. And I didn't change any of them. And it takes cardamom in it for a flavor profile, and it works really well with the cream that goes in it. It's kind of like a filled donut, but not. But it's denser, and then it gets this really nice glaze on top, just on top of it, and it gets dipped into toasted coconut, and like that pastry filling, like I say, gets injected into the side of it, and all that together, it made a really, really nice dessert. And I've had one over at Norway, and I'm going over tomorrow to see a group is one of my favorite Christian bands is playing. Forgotten Country is playing over Epcot tomorrow, so me and my sister are going to go over, and we're going to jump over to Norway, and we're going to grab one, and just make sure my flavor profiles are right. But again, some of mine that I baked, I thought the bottom got a little bit too dark. And I wanted to make sure when I'm baking them at Pete's, that's not going to be a problem. The amount of dough that we use. Hey, Gene, what's going on? Welcome in. It says 5 ounces. Now, I have a digital scale. I know most. Hey, Pink Pam, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Guys, if you don't know, if you haven't seen Pink Pam 86, let me tell you something. I bumped into Pam down in Disney Springs, and I think it was the M80, and I noticed she was streaming live, and I went over and introduced myself and said hello to her, and check out her channel. She is just streamlining, man. She's doing a great job with her lives, and I always reach out and say hi to her, and it's just nice seeing someone so driven with her YouTube channel, and just give her check out her channel. If you like what you see, again, I don't do the push subs things, but if you like what you see with Pink Pam, and check her out on Instagram too, definitely give her a thumbs up. Check out one of her lives, and if you like her, subscribe. So, and getting back to the school bread, yeah, I just don't want to see. Um, it's 5 ounce. It's a 5 ounce piece, and I think what I'll make is smaller ones that are maybe 2 or 3 bite size, because the school bread is pretty big. Um, and I think what I'll do is I'll make small ones, because we also are going to make the everybody wanted me to make cupcakes again, so we're going to make cupcakes, and then I got a 10-pound bucket of icing. Um, who wanted a 10-pound bucket of icing? I forget who that was. But we're gonna watch somebody eat 10 pounds of icing with a spoon. Maybe that'll be a side camera. Uh, but but what we had talked about was, um, some people do have nut allergens, okay, or just don't like coconut. So what I did is I took a couple of them, I put the glaze on top of them, and I sprinkled cinnamon sugar on top, and it tasted really, really good. And then somebody asked if I could do chocolate icing. So we're going to have a couple different ways, but we are going to do the standard original school bread, which is with the glaze and the toasted coconut and the pastry cream on top. And the pastry cream is a scratch cream, which is within the recipe. Hello, Stephanie. Good to see you. Um, Monorail Molly, WWE fan, welcome. Thanks for coming in. And you know, I'll take a container of icing. Of course, there you go, container of icing. I think we should have a contest while we're there or while I'm baking, and we'll give everybody like a pound of icing. You don't know how much a pound of icing is. There's little tubs of Duncan Hines are like 8 ounces, and then give everybody a spoon or a couple people spoons so you can finish their icing in the process. But anyway, I like icing. I don't like it too much, but I like it. I wanna take a break here, and I want to do. I already did an unboxing. Sorry, Tina, I know how you like unboxing. But I got a gift in the mail the other day, and I'm gonna move my. I got this gift in the mail, and this is from. Oh my gosh! What? There we go. Oh, I can do it this way. There we go. This is from. You got this one, Katie? There it is. Thanks, Katie. This is from Chicago. And let me tell you something. She made a floppy hat for Candy Mom. And I saw Candy Mom with that on. And I was in chat. And it was fantastic. And Sue Cargo saw exactly, I'm guessing how excited I was. I was like, oh my gosh. Because I did, and I like to brag on this. I was the last YouTuber to stream Splash Mountain. I was the last one to stream Splash Mountain before they closed it. We actually boarded. Um, I was with Disney Nerd Herders, Charlie and Stacy, and we got on. I believe it was 11, 11:42, 11:43, and we got off at like 12:07. So we rewrote it one time in 2 days, and I streamed it live. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. But I got excited about that, and then she made this, and if you turn it over, look at that. Is that not cool? That is so cool. I love that. And It's got a little snap on it. And guess what I put in it? It's big enough for credit cards and stuff like that. If you have a bunch of credit cards together, I put pins in it. So I used it today. Sukogo, thank you. I actually put my trader pins in it and I clipped it to my Mickey bag, and it was just wonderful. So that I just wanted to show you guys. So yeah, it was fantastic. Um, what's up, Texas? Thanks, welcome in. That was a great idea. Yeah, she's attention to detail, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, it's just really cool. I can turn it this way. Is the upside down? Nope, it's perfect. There he goes. Attention to detail. So, yep. So that's that. And uh, ingredients. When I'm talking ingredients for the bake, um, every when you go out and you grab a recipe, the recipe says 2.5 cups of flour. If it doesn't specify, if it's not specific to what flour, you can just use all-purpose flour. If you're making a bread, they do make a bread that's called bread flour. They also make a bread that's called high gluten flour. Okay. I used a bread flour on this first one, and I need to get into the ingredient statement and the specifics of it because I think it was a higher gluten factor, which may have made it a little denser. So one of my first recipes, we're going to make it a peat. We're going to make it with an all-purpose flour, probably a brand called Washington because I like that. And then we'll see how the consistency is on the first one. And then the next one, the consistency is okay, or I want to change it. I might use half and half of the flour and half of the standard bread flour, and to give it that in between. I don't know what Disney uses. All I know is it just says bread flour. So take that for what it's worth. Hey, Jonathan, what's going on? Welcome. Um, I'm a bread freak. Oh, well, I like bread. Um, and again, you go into European bakeries that the reason their breads are the way they are is the types of proteins that are in their flours. And I could go into detail about that, but the different proteins that are in different flours always make it different. Pete says, Baker, I am confirming Molly is getting a large container of icing, right? Yes, large container. Be specific. How many pounds? Because a large container, I mean, depending on, that could be a large container. That could be a large container. So just let me know how big. So take care of take care of Stephanie too. Okay, see, here's where the contest comes in. Here's where the contest comes in. Okay, everybody's gonna be just sitting in a chair just eating icing. And then they're gonna need to go see a dentist in about a month, and it's not gonna be my fault. How long have you worked at Disney in the bakery? I don't work MS. I don't work in the bakery at Disney. My okay, so a little bit of history. When I came into the YouTube phenomenon family, I was in Maryland, and everybody in Maryland, that's where I worked and lived in Maryland for 40 years. I was a baker in Maryland. They knew me as the baker. I was on a country radio station on Tuesday mornings, WCAO, and then I was on not WCAO, WPOC, and then I was on a morning station on Fridays once a month, WQSR, and they always introduced me as the Baker. Tom Davis, the sportscaster, and Steve Rouse, and all them guys. They just the Baker. So it stuck. So I was known as Chris the Baker. And then when I came to live in Florida and I started this channel, I just stuck the word Disney. So the Disney Baker. I do make magic at Disney, but I don't make magic in the bakeries as of yet. I would like to dabble in that, be part of the masterpieces that they make, big pieces and little pieces. Oh, fantastic, Matt. Welcome, Big Matt. Thanks. Yep. I'm looking forward to making them. Hope somebody can teach me how. No, I'm just teasing. Yeah, so different like when I was making the icing for the school bread, okay, it calls, I believe it was uh, a quarter teaspoon, maybe a half teaspoon of cornstarch. Okay, so I put that, and and the recipe says add a little bit of water to it to thin it out a little bit. Okay, well, if you've ever put water in cornstarch, it can get pasty really fast. So you just have to work with it. I wound up using twice the amount of cornstarch. When the cornstarch thickened, it thickens over a double boiler. When it started to thicken, and I poured the cornstarch in, and the cream started to thicken. It wasn't the consistency that I wanted, so I added more cornstarch and then a little bit more water. I think at the beginning, if I would have used less water in the first cornstarch, I probably would have got the consistency that I wanted. Because your cream, when it's hot, it's going to be a lot looser, your pastry cream. But once you chill it down, in the directions say when it's done, and you get your consistency, put it in a bowl of ice, and it's called an ice bath. And then consistent every once in a while, give it a stir because you want to cool it down. Once it gets to room temperature, then you can take it because it does have egg yolks in it. You take it and you go ahead and put it in the refrigerator, put saran over it overnight, or put it into a container like a Tupperware that has a lid, and go ahead and chill it down. When I took it out about through 2 hours, oh gosh, 2 hours later, it was the consistency I wanted. It didn't have sometimes when you're making things from scratch like that, and you're making pastry cream, sometimes you get an aftertaste from the cornstarch. This didn't have that, so I was happy about that. So, but knowing how long it took to make the cream, knowing how long it took to, toast the coconut, make the icings, some things will be made a little bit ahead of time. But the cream is one of the things we're definitely going to make. We're definitely going to make the dough, divide it, round it, proof it, and then you'll see that. And again, please check in and watch. You're going to learn things that you probably don't know. It says proof for 30 to 35 minutes after you make them round. Well, how are you going to proof something without a proof box? What's a proof box? Hey, Casey, welcome. What's going on? What's up? Casey's Corner of the World in the house. A proof box is normally in bakeries, it's a pre-container, big steel two-door. You roll racks into it. They put donuts on screens or breads on trays. It adds heat and humidity. Most of the time, most proof boxes are between 107 and 110 degrees heat, and you're running about 95% humidity, 85 to 95. So the heat makes the yeast is a living organism. So when the yeast starts to eat the sugars, it produces gas, and the gas makes the bread rise. Okay, heat helps that, and the heat helps it rise, and the humidity helps it spread out a little. So you'll learn how to make a proof box. I'll teach you that. That'll be pretty cool. And again, along the way of what we're going to be doing in baking, it's just, to me, it comes natural. You ask a car mechanic, how to, how to set a timing on a 68 Chevelle. They'll tell you because they're a car mechanic. I'm the same way. And as I continue to do these live bakes and continue to do things like at Pete's house and here at the house, these things are starting to come back to me. I looked at buying a mixer the other day. Holy smokes! The mixer I want, the KitchenAid mixer I want. It's a top of line KitchenAid mixer. Currently wasn't in the baker's budget, right? But it's gonna be. because I'm going to be using it over and over and over and over and over. So Kenneth A says, if you're looking for a bonus way to help the baker, go put on one of the streams and just let it run. Yes, yeah, please do. I appreciate that. Thanks, Kenneth. Um, and basically what Kenneth's talking about is if you're new to YouTube or you know YouTube, you need watch time. Watch time is real important to get monetized here. Um, and monetizing for me is totally I have a focus in mind on how to monetize. I said if I hit 1,000 subscribers before my birthday, that I was going to do a 24-hour bake. Well, that hasn't happened yet. I've been prepping some things to do that, and then again, we're going to Baltimore for a week or so. Some other things have come up, and we're working on them. But I definitely want to do a 24-hour bake. And then once I get monetized, I do a 24-hour bake. We're gonna actually take the products that I'm baking during that 24-hour bake during that time, and then we're gonna. It's gonna sound weird, but we're gonna go over onto my whatnot, and or I might be able to do it. I probably could do it from here, and just take the donations, and we're going to sell them. But the proceeds and donations are going to go to multiple sclerosis for my first 24-hour bake, and then my second 24-hour bake, they're going to go to autism. And my sister has struggles with MS, and my nephew is on spectrum with autism. So we're going to look to raise money and do that for that. And all those monies that come in from that will go directly to that. The links will take you right directly to that. That won't come in through the channel at all. But I want to do that. I have, the story I used to tell is when I was baking probably 10, 12 years ago, is give me a bag of flour and I can go anywhere and feed people. And that's true. We used to go as technicians, bakery technicians. We put a bag of cream cake mix on our shoulder and go into a bakery and make 8, 9, 10. I mentioned this last week. 10 recipes out of one bag of mix. And you leave there and you've given that new baker 7 new recipes that he can turn product around and make a profit for his bakery and make a living for his family and all the workers. He gives them jobs, and that's how that works. Now I don't do it anymore, but now I still have all that knowledge and information in me that I just want to get back and give out. And that's why check yourself. Thanks, Pete. I never check myself. Thanks. Gotcha. Thanks for that heads up, Pete. I appreciate that. So with that being said, it's just giving back, you know, pay it forward. You know, I just want to, if I can, in however I do it, uh, if I can teach somebody how to do how to make one thing, how to bake one thing, then they can teach a couple people how to bake one thing, and then those people can go teach a bunch of people how to make one thing, and then next thing you know, everybody's make stuff. That's what it's all about. Trial and error. Don't feel. Somebody said in my spirit, I can't bake anything. I can't cook anything. I can't bake anything. I burn everything. So, think I've burnt stuff before? Oh my gosh! Want to know what a bad smell is? When you burn a whole rack of Kaiser rolls the night before Thanksgiving or 2 days before Thanksgiving, and you're selling Kaiser rolls and dinner rolls like crazy, and you burn a whole rack of them. And then that's a bad smell. And hopefully you're doing that overnight for the next day. You're not doing it while people are shopping in the stores because that smells. Casey says, Baker, I'm applying for the apprentice taste tester. Yes. Yes. What's that? Plus a year benefit. Oh, cookies. Yes, we could do that. Taste testers are always needed. Um, I like watching these food channels, and please, people that partake in uh, cigarettes or cigars, don't take this the wrong way. But when I used to bake, I quit smoking my first date with my wife. Um, and that's another whole story. But and I'm glad I did. As I kept baking, my palate got more sensitive. And I think when it comes to when you watch things like Hell's Kitchen and things like that, all these bakers are all, oh my gosh, these cooks and they're all smoking, smoking. It's because they're nerves. It's a nervous thing. But I never would go to somebody that I knew smoked and go, here, taste it. Tell me what you think. Because their taste buds were all messed up. Their palate's all messed up. I would go to somebody I know that didn't smoke. I said, what do you think? How's that taste? He give me an honest answer. So when you're doing that, and don't worry about burning stuff. You're going to burn stuff. All right. Everybody ever made popcorn fresh, put the butter in the bottom of the pan? I have. I was 15, 14 years old. I used to watch my mom make popcorn all the time. I didn't know she put butter in the bottom of the pan. So, um, hey, Krista, welcome, welcome. Okay, so that's the baking chat. Uh, let's look at some pins, and then we're gonna have a giveaway. We had Mary Carol was nice enough to regift a gift that she did win on my channel, and it is this guy. It's Stitch Crashes Mulan. Okay, and then Pete, we were on Pete's stream last week after my stream, and what we decided to do, we were talking to we were chatting with Mary Carol in the chat, and she said yes, just regift it. And we're going to regift this, and anyone that was in Pete's stream that came over into on my video from last week and made a comment, I have your names already in a wheel, and right towards the end of this stream, we're going to go ahead and pick a winner from that. But let's look at some pins that I picked up. I'm going to redirect one of my lights here so you guys can see these pins. I traded some pins today and last week. Let's get this in here. So, and if there's any questions, anybody pop in that I didn't see? The Curtis family, welcome. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Back up a little bit. All right. All right, so let's look at some pins here. And tilt that just a little bit more, maybe. I don't think it's going to go anymore. There we go. Okay, so we just lay on there. All right. Whoop. Well, that's too close. Sorry, friends. Trying to get this right. There we go. Now we got some light on it. All right. So how's that? Let's share that screen out. Not that one. All right. Let's do this one. All right. Let's talk some pins. Okay. So I traded this one today. And this one I traded, we were outside of the Christmas shop. And outside the Christmas shop. And was it the Christmas shop or? Yeah, it was outside the Christmas shop. No, or was it at the Christmas shop? And this is Alice, and she's got her little jar that says "Drink Me." And I was shocked actually to see this on a pin board because this is a fairly new pin. I can't even read the date. It's so new. This is a fairly new pin, and I like that. I thought that was really pretty. And where it was placed. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can go back to this, but not to this one. Mhm, mhm. Oh, get out of there. There's that one, and there's that one. There's that one. Oh, why is that still there? Okay, don't know how to get that out of there. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we'll just do not that. We'll do this. Focus on that. All right. So I'd have a couple Cheshire pins. Um, I have a couple Mad Hatter pins and stuff like that. So this will work well in my small collection that I have. Um, and then this one I traded today. I do have my handy dandy magnifying glass here, and then I'd love to show everyone my handy dandy magnifying glass. Yes, I got that. Actually, my son bought this for me for Father's Day, so it's great. I got this pin today, and this pin says it's a 2018 pin, and it's legit, and it's a Disney China pin. It's Disney Pin Trade 2018. It's got all the attributes that a pin should have. Let me see if I have my poker. Sometimes I miss a piece. But anyway, let's show you this pin first. This is a Mickey pin. I really like this pin. Let me go big screen here. Boom. I really like this. And I liked it because it has this waffle on the front, this pattern. I really thought that was cool. And then the gold, it's almost like um, stained glass. And I love his reaction. I think that's really cool. I liked it, and I saw that. Sherlock Holmes goes Disney magnifying glass. Yes, of course. I love it. Um, yes. And if you all didn't know, Mary Carroll has cats. Uh-oh. All right. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Hold on. Wait. Yes, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, can Mary's cats win those pins?
Can Mary's cats win these pins?
Yeah, she can put the pin on the cat.
Kind of like pin the tail on the donkey?
Well, I wouldn't call her cat the donkey baker.
No, you can't put pins on a cat. That's frowned.
You can put pins on a cat.
You can, but it's frowned upon.
Who frowns upon it?
The cat.
The cat frowns upon it?
Yes.
Have
Yes.
you ever seen a cat frown?
I haven't seen a cat frown, no. But I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
probably make them jump real high.
Well, I always love to get a good look at a cat.
Well, thanks for calling in, caller. Thanks, Pete. That's funny. And then if you look at the back of this, let's see, I can zoom in a little bit more. I really like using this is oh gosh, you can't see me. I don't know why we can't bring up that other screen. Which one's this? All right, let's leave that there. And why is that coming up? Oh, let's do this. Are we both trying to do it at the same time? All right, we're gonna remove that there. Okay. So this is where you'll notice that I get excited. I really like baking. I really like pens. So when you have a pen like this, okay, and it's not your regular like waffle back, your Mickey waffle back pens like that, okay, which really brought my attention to this pen, the front of it, and then all the attributes of this pen go right with it. It's got the prongs where it needs the prongs. It's got these, so your pin doesn't spin. Once you put your Mickey back on, it presses against your cloth of your shirt or your jacket or whatever. So this is a really cool pin. I'll do my research on that and figure out where it came from, and let you all know in a future show. Um, we are this. I like this one. I traded this one today. This is my Figment. It's a Figment Dream Finder. I like this one. Imagination, excuse me, Institute. There we go. And it's Figment. And it is a waffle back. It's legit. It's 2016. Right there, 2016. And it's got the code on it. And if you go on printfix.com, you punch in these codes that are on the back of the pins, it'll show you the pin. And again, if you're looking at this pin, it's got the prongs on the sides of the main pin, and that's pretty cool. And I'm not sure if I shared this one before, and everybody knows who that is. I guess everybody knows who that is. It's Emil's friend. Oh, where's my other one? Where's my other mouse? I had it, but I don't know. Oh, anyhow, now his name's escaping me. Oh my gosh, it's getting crazy. Well, that is funny. As owners, I agree with you, Jonathan. Oh, well, I'm glad that he could entertain Mary Carroll because he gets funny. So I traded for that one. I thought Gonzo when I traded for this one. And it looks like he's either eating ice cream or he's singing into a Mr. Microphone. Like, I wasn't sure which one he was doing there, but that's what he's doing there. I traded for Olaf. Olaf is one of my jams. Also, Olaf's my buddy. He likes warm hugs, and that's a nice size pin. I traded for this Nurse Minnie, and she's adorable. And I traded for this open. I call this open face Mickey because it's not. This is not dated. It's not dated. So this is an old Disney pin, probably pre definitely 2000, and he's got really nice color, and he's in really great shape, and he's not dated. So I have to do my research on him. And if you ever want to know how to research something, Google Lens. If you haven't used Google Lens, use Google Lens. Google Lens. Open up your phone. Okay. Go here. Google Lens. Right there. See what says Google? That little box at the end. That's the Google Lens part. Or then you can just go right there and then download the Google Lens. And then just touch it. And then it brings up this picture. And then you take a picture of whatever you want. I'm taking a picture of Mickey. And it shows a bunch of pins, but not specifically my pin. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Nope, that's not it. So you have to be specific. It just brought up a whole bunch of Mickey pins. So, and I use that a lot. I like this one. This is a Dumbo Starbucks cup. It's from the Disney Pin Collection, Mystery Pin Collection, and that's Dumbo. And it's a pin coffee mystery set. And this one here, and I more about it. So it came from uh, a mystery bag, and then I thought of Chris, Dad Bill's when I found this one, and I thought that was really cute, the Evil Queen. So with that being said, we need to go into and thank you all for coming. I thank you. I appreciate you all being here, and we're going to add this back to our stream, and then we're going to. I don't know how to get the other one out. Okay, so this is we're going to give away this Stitch Crashes. Okay, so if you are the winner of Stitch Crashes tonight, just make sure you Instagram me or yeah, do it that way. Instagram me and give me your address. All the people that were in, I can let you know what their names are. You have to be here to win, and you have to be subscribed to the channel. Brian and Elad, uh, Augustin Garcia, Debbie Bernfeld, Corn Dog, Stacy, Figure Fan, Jeff Conman, T. Marie's Place, Jan S., Chris, 1982, Francisco, Happy's Haunts, Wish Upon a Disney, and Stevie Lee. So if you're here and I called your name, okay, and you responded from that, excuse me, from that live that Pete was doing. Hello, Jennifer. Good to see you. And you must be present to win. Yes, you must bring presents to win. Yes, no, you don't have to bring presents to win. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the side here. I need hey Jennifer Caruso, give me a number between 1 and 10. Mary Carroll, seeing that you were the kind person to regift this, give me a number between 1 and 10 in chat. And let's see, Zippity Doo Dog, give me a number between 1 and 10 in chat, please. Jennifer 7. So that we're gonna do. How are you? Okay, so we're gonna shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Zip says 5. Mary says 8. Excellent. Here we go. Zippity Doug says 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mary Carroll says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go. Is everybody ready? And it says click to spin. On your mark, get set, and let me go back to chat. So, anything to me? Good luck to everyone that entered. I agree. Thank you so much. Here we go. And we'll keep going until we have. Francisco, are you here? Francisco, if you're here, hey, I'm here. I had an opportunity to meet Francisco. Him and his brother were here celebrating his birthday last year. And he came in to say hello to me. It was nice. And there, look at that. Fantastic. Francisco, congratulations. Okay, everybody. So this is it for today. Go over to Dad Builds on YouTube and let them know that I sent you over. Thanks everyone for being here. All my moderators, thank you very much. Katie White, thank you. Pete, thank you. Casey, thank you very much. Thanks for supporting my channel. And again, if you're bored and you need something to fall asleep to, do me a favor, put on some of my videos, my watch time up. Thank you, everyone. Ta-ta for now. It's DaDisneyBaker. Peace, love. Pixie dust hugs. Pixie dust hugs will have to do with meet in person. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Go over.